Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Action Force Crimson Shadow Technologies prototype Armament, 35 pieces. And this is the first Action Force product I've had in my physical hands. And I love the little packaging they did on these little prototype guns. It does say Valaverse down there. If you're looking to pick this up yourself, you can go to valaverse.com and I'll link all the stuff down below, because he should have still a couple of these available. So you're getting 35 weapons, and it was for $30 and $5 flat shipping. So $35 for 35 pieces. It's pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. I love this packaging. Looks like a weapon crate in a sense. So way to go, whoever designed that, most likely Bobby. And you can see it just comes in this like sack of goodness. Like, a bunch of them are in individual baggies, so it's like this big sack with a bunch of little sacks inside. Back of the packaging has a cool little email, a little bit of read up for you. It is to General Fuller. Operation Backhand Debrief is the subject. It says, General Fuller, the intel was correct and the mission was a success. My unit intercepted the Crimson Shadow armament convoy along Route 167 just north of Batesville. As we suspected, the convoy was to rendezvous with the swarm unit just over the border. The Steel Brigade engaged the swarm, keeping them occupied so my team could sack the convoy. There were roughly 1,000 crates carrying prototype armaments, and a complete accounting will follow shortly. My unit includes 3 wounded and 0 casualties. My complete debrief is uploaded on the secure server, Captain L. Barnes Condor. So this is actually from one of the main characters from Action Force, Condor. So that's really cool that it's like you're getting just a prototype sack of weapons and it's still in the lore of Action Force. Along the side, we got some folders here that say personal, recruit files, Steel Brigade, classified mission files, and it says TK Duster. Starting off with the bag of bladed weapons, this is the smallest bladed weapon we get. It is a sort of like tactical knife that we get. It looks like it could fold up. And honestly, I think this is a blade that Bobby owns. I think he used it with some of the Action Force promo picks that he did. It has the serrated edge. Looks awesome. It has like a texture throughout. All the little rivets. Tons of details. And this thing is tiny. Tons of awesome detail. And what's great about this is you can keep it in this black plastic, or you can prime them and paint them yourself. So you got that customizing you can do. And these are hard plastics. So you don't have to worry about any of these weapons I'm going to show you. You don't have to worry about them drooping or warping. Now, you can't give us a bag of blades without a Rambo looking knife. Like, this thing is pretty massive, looks vicious. And again, the sculpts are going to be perfect on these. These things are super clean. They look great. And I'm not going to try to claim that I know the names of all these weapons, so I'll name some of them when I know them. And so you gun and knife fanatics, I know you guys like to correct people, but I'm not claiming to know every weapon, every attachment, every knife, you know. I'm just showing you what you get with this set. Here we get another large blade, very similar to the Rambo knife, different hilt. It's got a serrated edge, and again, this thing just looks gnarly. And then on the end, which I notice, if we can focus it here, because it's lights not wanting to really want to pick up on a black plastic as nicely, but you got yourself a bird, like a hawk end on this thing. So this could be, I mean, could be a condor. Is this an idea of a blade that Condor is going to have? We get a really cool looking machete. I'm going to call it a machete. I know it's not officially a machete, but still really cool design. And again, like, look at the detail and just the handle. Like, the blade looks great, but then look at the love that these weapons got. Like, when's the last time you bought figures that have this much love going into their weaponry? We also get this badass looking sickle that looks like it could definitely do some damage. Tons of again, like the rivets in the handle, like the little details and stuff that were taken into these weapons. It's fantastic. The last weapon from the bladed set is this Hatchet Tomahawk, whatever you want to call this axe. And this bad boy is wicked. I love the wrapping around the handle and everything. And with these being hard plastic, when you're seeing these points and everything, these are sharp. So be very, very careful. I had this actually stab into my pinky. So they are really sharp. But, I mean, hey, these aren't meant for kids. So definitely you're wanting your figures to have real weapons that could draw blood. Here you go. You know, those points are pointy. Now, starting into the smaller firearms pack of weapons, we got ourselves, it looks like more of a Glock. And all the guns have holes in the front so you can put effect pieces in there. Again, tons of sculpted detail in these, and they look awesome. The second gun we get, I mean, again, I'm not going to try to name them all. My luck, I would say, oh, this is like a Colt or a Beretta or something. But either way, it's a realistic gun based off of real guns. And it's got all the detail you would want. It's hard to pick it up sometimes with the lighting because these are black plastic, obviously. So adding a primer and painting them or dry brushing them will definitely bring it out. Because look at that texture in just the handle itself. Like, you can see it. Now here we have the beast of pistols right here. A very iconic pistol. We got the Desert Eagle. This thing looks freaking amazing. It's got all that sculpt detail in there. It looks sexy. So for you guys that got that Deadpool, couldn't get the guns out of the holster, here you go. Equip them up with a real looking Desert Eagle. Now here we have what I'm going to call the Robocop gun. This thing's awesome. And for any of you that think that I was critical on my John Wick review, the Mezco John Wick, look at the handle. Look at how you do the stippling on a handle properly where it doesn't look like melted plastic. This thing, it looks pretty badass. Here we got just as iconic of a weapon as that Desert Eagle. We got a Magnum. We got the grip with texture. The chamber looks amazing. Like, this gun is super clean and sexy. And I can't help that I'm like geeking out about these, because if these were shit weapons, I would say it. I'm not going to hold back any punches when it comes to a manufacturer, when it comes to a toy company. Like, if there's some issues, I'm going to point them out. But these things look great. Again, like, I'm not disappointed yet. And I don't think I'm going to be, but I'm trying to find a reason to point out an issue or a flaw. And these are freaking prototypes. Here we got this submachine gun looking firearm with the silencer, optics. Silencer doesn't come off. The magazine doesn't come out either. And the grip is almost as like thick as the magazine. So I don't know if the grip's supposed to be thicker or if it's probably accurate, to be honest. I mean, Bobby's done all the research and he's a big firearms fan. So I'm pretty sure that the magazine's probably as thick as the handle. Almost, like slightly thinner, because it has to go into the handle. But again, this thing looks pretty badass. Now diving into the third bag of weapons, we get ourselves a shotgun, a pump action shotgun. Texture in the handle, everything looks awesome on this shotgun. And I hope you guys are picking this setup, or you're at least picking up the painted versions, the Alpha or Bravo set, because you're going to need this shotgun for your G.I. Joe classified Flint. Because if you guys look at that Flint shotgun, they're giving you a shotgun that's pump that also breaks. It doesn't make sense. If you're a pump shotgun, that's how you're going to load and put the round in and everything like that. You're not going to break it like a double-barreled shotgun. So, yeah. And again, just showing you, all the weapons have holes in them for muzzle effects. Another submachine gun that we get is a Vector. This thing is awesome. I've used this in a lot of video games, and it looks great. Again, has the optics on it, and both sides. I know I'm showing like one side of the gun, but I just want you to see. Look at this side of the Vector on this side, and then you flip it over, and we have the other side. So they're not just mirroring the side, they're actually getting these to be accurate on both sides of the weapon. Here we have another submachine gun. Looks like it has a collapsible stock. It doesn't collapse, but It's definitely sculpted in there like it should. It's got the optics, got the banana clip on there, the magazine, and again, it looks good. It looks good. It's very, very solid of a firearm for your 1/12 scale figures. Here we got the last one of the bag, and this is my favorite. I don't care, I haven't seen the rest, but this is my favorite because I own 2 of these. It's AK-47, another iconic firearm, and again, it's pretty freaking accurate. You got the safety right there. It's right there. That sort of flips down, but this thing looks wicked. Looks so awesome. No optics on it. Yeah, this thing. Look at that. You got the spot for the sling as well. That's crazy. That is crazy. The detail, Bobby. If you're watching my video, I don't know if you are, man, but this thing, this gives me goosebumps. The accuracy in this is ridiculous. It's getting blurry because I'm looking at it throughout beyond the camera. It looks awesome. But what takes us even further, check this out. Magazine is removable, but that's not all. So not only do you have the one magazine, but you get 2 others as well. So 3 magazines for your AK. Here we get into the assault rifles. We got ourselves a Scar, and again, it looks fantastic. It's silenced, got the front grip and the optics. It's sexy. It is very sexy. The optics slide or anything? No. The magazine does come out. So we got a removable magazine with this assault rifle. I swear, as I keep going through these, the guns get sexier and sexier. We get this sexy assault rifle, really good optics. Looks like you're going to be getting somebody in the distance. Got that front grip. And I love how all of these are unique looking. Now, this one, I do notice it does not have the hole for the muzzle flash. Oh man, Bobby, what I've been telling everybody as I'm reviewing this, they all have holes for the muzzle flash. What's going on with this one? I mean, it looks like the barrel might not be big enough to add that, but yeah, so this one does not have the muzzle flash capabilities, but it does have that magazine, and it can come out. So we got this awesome, like, both so far, these assault rifles, according and with the AK. So far, all the assault rifles that have removable magazines. Here we got this beast right here with the grenade launcher attached at the bottom. We also have the front muzzle flash ports and the grenade launcher muzzle flash port. Magazine, again, looks pretty good. Looks like it's removable. And, well, this one may not. Nope, it is. So what's crazy, so we get a magazine with removable, which is removable from all 3 from this bag, and we got 6 extra magazines. Now the magazines work with all 3 because these are 5.56 rounds, so they're going to be using the same type of rounds, so it makes sense to have them all in one bag. So you got a total of 9 magazines. Here we got this big old light machine gun right here, the M60, if I'm not mistaken. And this thing is awesome. There was some assembly required. It came in parts, but now your Roadblock can have his gun. Look at this sexy thing. And the assembly was, you got this part that popped in. So you got a stand that is movable. And this actual part comes out. So you can actually take the drum, if you want to call it that, or the magazine, out of the gun. That's freaking awesome. And the detail, again, it's clean as heck. This is beyond amazing. And the functionality of these guns, I mean, I have a lot of figures that are probably looking as I'm reviewing and just like pounding on my DTOFs, wanting to come out and play with these guns. Last but not least, the final weapon we get is a grenade launcher. This thing looks sick. It's how a grenade launcher should look. We got the muzzle on the front and the scope, everything, the optics, the grip looks really good. And it almost looks like, does this? Oh, get the hell out of here. What? So that actually rotates. That rotates. That's freaking awesome. That is so freaking cool. And one thing I do have to show, though, is this is what Gung Ho should have came with, and not this weird, stubby, like, alien gun. Like, look at this. You can actually see the difference here. Look at all the stuff you get for 35 bucks shipped. Holy crap. And it all looks good. I think I only found like a couple things that I wasn't familiar with. There's like one with like the muzzle flat, or there wasn't a hole in the barrel, but the barrel looked like it could be too small. And then that first submachine gun, the magazine was almost as wide as the handle, but that could be accurate. And I'm going to lean towards it's probably accurate because all these guns and weapons look phenomenal. Here we have Roadblock with his saw. This looks so much better than the garbage we got with him originally. This is so nice to see him with a real gun, and he holds it quite well. He is limited with his vest at times to try to get that arm over and stuff, so there is limited articulation, and that's due to the figure, and it looks freaking badass. Here we have Gung Ho, or Chuck Liddell, however you want to classify him as, with the proper grenade launcher. Again, with real weapons, and that they're scaled properly, look great with these figures. He's holding it without any issues, and it looks great. Now, you need your Cobra infantry and troopers to have the AK-47. I mean, that's an iconic gun that they came with, and it looks great. Again, these Action Force prototype guns look phenomenal, and you do have to mess with the hands a little bit since all these figures come with trigger finger hands. You got to sort of like pry the hands open to get them to grip the guns. Now, mind you, if you keep them in these positions, the hands sort of warp into that like gripping position. So if you don't want the hands to get warped, try not to keep it on there for too long or have them on display this way for too long, because it will change how the hand is, gripping stuff. But this thing looks badass, and again, just looks so much better than those Nerf guns. Now, when it comes to Beachhead, I always really picture him as a SCAR user, and this SCAR looks great with him. It's nice, silenced, has that removable mag, and again, this just looks spectacular, just having Joes with realistic guns. Now, for you Marvel Legends fans, if you got that Netflix Punisher, equip him with that shotgun, and he looks like he's ready to clear a building out, or at least a room. It looks spectacular. Again, I mean, these weapons are something that I feel like we've needed, and for the price point, they're spectacular. Continuing with Marvel Legends Punisher, because I feel like I'm going to bust out some Marvel Legends that I feel would be utilizing guns, and again, they fit like a glove. They look great. So you can do your posing on your shelves with realistic guns. You can do some fig photography, and mind you, these are just how they come in the package. You can prime them and paint them, add some dry brushing, do whatever you want to these guns to make them a little bit more unique. But these are great with your 1/12 scale figures. And even if you want to do it like a Dio with like an armory and stuff, these are going to be perfect. Now, we can't forget about Jazzware's Fortnite figures. And this wannabe Firefly can hold the deagle perfectly. There's nothing loose. Same with the big old knife right there. No issues with holding them, even with those weird articulated fingers. I can't be showing off any of the Fortnite figures without at least one of my boys. We got the Brat here, dual wielding pistols. We got the nice Magnum in one hand and that Robocop gun in the other. Again, holding without any issues. Nothing is loose about holding onto these guns. So you could have him, robbing a 7-Eleven, doing a carjacking, really however you want this figure to be posed, and use realistic guns. When it comes to compatibility, these guns aren't going to have an issue if you have a bunch of 1/12 scale figures. They look fantastic. Valaverse Action Force, they nailed it when it comes to this set, and it's a great price for all the stuff that you get with this set. And honestly, I'm completely happy with this investment. And that really sums up my unboxing and review of the Action Force prototype armaments. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for me, please. It'll mean the world. And I want you guys to make sure you hit that silver bell notification so you get notifications when I post up a new video. Keeps you in the know. And make sure you guys, if you want to get a set like this, go check out Valaverse.com. and there should be some available. They are limited stock, so once they're gone, I'm pretty sure they're going to be gone. So definitely check out that website. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.